Hey parents! If your child is struggling to read, I've got a game changer for you. One book can make all the difference. It's called Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. You can find it via the Amazon link in the description or at your favorite bookstore. I know you're busy, so I'm putting the book's name up front. If you want to skip the rest of this video, feel free to browse away. No hard feelings. Let's be real. The link in the description is an Amazon affiliate link, which supports me at no extra cost to you. If you'd rather not use it, no worries. You can go directly to Amazon.com or your local bookstore to grab the book. My goal is to help your child read, not to push you into clicking anything. So, what are American elementary schools like? This is based on our experience with Los Angeles Unified School District, LAUSD schools, where my children attended, and may differ from other American elementary schools. LAUSD schools emphasize a vibrant, student-centered environment that fosters creativity and socialization alongside academics. Classrooms are colorful, with teachers wearing casual or bright attire to create an engaging atmosphere. The curriculum, set by individual school districts, focuses on core subjects like reading, writing, math, science, and social studies, often incorporating play-based learning, arts and crafts, graphic novels, and digital tools like Minecraft to make lessons interactive. However, most of the time, the focus is on math and language arts, with less emphasis on science and social studies. Play is a cornerstone, supported by experts who highlight its role in cognitive, social, and emotional development. Activities like group projects and games encourage collaboration and critical thinking. However, the heavy emphasis on standardized testing, driven by policies like No Child Left Behind and the adoption of Common Core, often prioritizes reading and math, sidelining subjects like science and social studies. This focus can reduce playtime and limit holistic learning. Now, let's contrast that with Philippine elementary schools. This reflects the elementary school I attended in the Philippines and may not represent all schools in the country. For 2 years in junior kindergarten, age 5, and senior kindergarten, age 6, we focused on play, learning only letter names and counting from 1 to 100, with no reading instruction. However, when first grade began at age 7, the school became more structured and academically rigorous, reflecting a system influenced by American colonial reforms but adapted to local needs. Students wore regulated uniforms, and classrooms were formal, with teachers switching rooms while students stayed with the same classmates all year, often in large classes of up to 40. The curriculum, overseen by the Department of Education, included Filipino, English, math, science, social studies, and optional subjects like music and physical education. Because teachers specialized in one subject and switched throughout the day, they brought expertise to each lesson. Science and social studies were given equal time alongside math, reading, and language arts, never treated as optional. Play was minimal during school hours, treated as a rare treat, though recess lasted about 20 minutes and lunch breaks extended to 1.5 hours. The system emphasized discipline, memorization, and foundational skills, creating a competitive atmosphere. Students were ranked by grades, with top performers publicly recognized, fostering academic excellence but also pressure. I learned to read in a no-frills way. No arts and crafts, sand tracing, or magnetic letters. Just simple, repetitive drills like ba, bi, bo, bu, or ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, for a few minutes daily. The school focused on efficiency. Daily lessons in science, social studies, and grammar built our background knowledge, boosting reading comprehension. By 5th grade, many of us could tackle complex texts because we found fun in reading itself, not in teacher-led entertainment. Despite English being a foreign language, I was reading college-level English texts by elementary school. By 6th grade, the differences are clear. In California, 2024 Smarter Balanced ELA results show fewer than half of students reading at grade level. At my kids' schools, principals shared these results annually, and the Single Plan for Student Achievement, SPSA, set modest goals, like increasing reading proficiency from 30% to 32%. At this pace, it'd take decades to reach 100%. For example, at Roy Romer Middle School, fewer than a third of students read proficiently. Parental involvement varies. Some parents can't tutor due to time or resources, which impacts progress. Meanwhile, at my Philippine school, the rigorous curriculum, combined with parents tutoring their own children or hiring tutors at their own expense, enabled many of us to read complex texts by 5th or 6th grade. I was tackling college-level English texts, despite it being a foreign language. American teachers work hard, decorating classrooms with their own money and offering treats to encourage reading, unlike my bare-walled Philippine school with no incentives. Picture this: U.S. classrooms with colorful posters versus plain Philippine walls, yet both shape readers differently. So, who is this book for? I tried Montessori tracing boards, sandwriting, rhyming songs, and even Bob books to teach my kids to read, but I quickly lost interest. I'm not a fun parent. I'm practical and, honestly, a bit lazy. That's why I turned to Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. Its straightforward, no-nonsense approach, similar to the method that worked for me, is perfect for parents who want results without the hassle of elaborate games or crafts. The program guides you through teaching your child to read in just 20 minutes a day. My eldest daughter completed it in 3 months, reading Charlotte's Web in kindergarten, but my youngest, who had a visual processing disorder, took about 1.5 years. I didn't realize she struggled with distinguishing similar letters and shapes until 4th grade, but the book's clear, repetitive lessons helped her read fluently despite this challenge. For a typical child, the program takes about 100 days. One friend stopped halfway because her child began reading books independently. Proof of its effectiveness. Here's a tip. If your child finds the 20-minute lessons boring, cut them to 5 minutes daily. That's about how long I spent learning to read, and it's enough for steady progress. At 5 minutes a day, it might take a year to finish, but that's still a win. If your child is eager, stick to the full 20 minutes. One challenge is competing with fast-paced educational videos on YouTube or TikTok, which switch scenes every 2 to 3 seconds to hook kids by triggering dopamine. Studies show this rapid pacing aligns with short attention spans, but it can make slower, focused lessons feel dull. Still, 5 minutes of boring work builds the foundation for a lifetime of reading. Well, who is this book not for? If you're a super creative parent who loves spending hours on fun reading activities, this book might feel too basic. You'll probably find it boring before your kid does. I admire your energy. Keep doing what works for you and your child. There are many paths to reading, so stick with what you both love. Now, why reading matters. Learning to read unlocks endless possibilities. Once my kids could read, they dove into fiction, nonfiction, history, and science books, just as I did. Exposure to diverse topics boosts listening and reading comprehension, setting kids up for success. By 5th grade, my children were reading college-level textbooks, and their strong reading skills propelled them forward. One started college at 12, the other at 11. Reading early and often gave them the confidence and knowledge to excel academically far beyond their years. In summary, Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons is a proven, practical tool for busy parents who want their kids reading without the stress of a fun curriculum. Its no-frills phonics, like my Philippine drills, helped me read advanced texts early despite limited resources. And it can do the same for your child. Subscribe for my next video, where I'll share tips to learn efficiently and keep your kid on track. Also, check out my Bible study for kids videos to blend faith and vocabulary building. Watch them with your kids, then chat about what they learned or found fun. It's a simple way to spark conversations and grow their skills. Grab the book today and start your child's reading journey.